Let's discuss the dipole moment. It is the quantitative measurement of polarity. In the nitrobenzene, the carbon and nitrogen bond is polar because nitrogen is more electronegative than carbon. Due to the difference of electronegativity, nitrogen will attract the shared electron pair towards itself more, creating partial negative charge on itself and partial positive charge on the bonded carbon. Due to the difference of electronegativity, the shared electron pair will not be equally shared and there will be the unequal sharing of bonded electron pairs. This unequal sharing will generate two poles in a molecule, which are regarded as the dipole. Now, how much a bond is polar, we can find from the dipole moment. So, the dipole moment is the quantitative measurement of polarity. It is represented by mu, which is equal to the product of charge and distance between the two atoms making a dipole. The SI unit of dipole moment is coulomb meter, abbreviated as cm. The most commonly used unit of dipole moment is dBi, in honor to the scientist who gave the concept of dipole moment. He was a physical chemist, Peter dBi, and 1 dBi equals to 3.34 × 10 to the power 30 coulomb meter, and which is also equal to 10 to the power minus 18 centimeter. The dipole moment is a vector quantity which has direction from partial positive end to the partial negative end. And this arrow is used to represent the direction of dipole moment from partial positive center to the partial negative center. Now let's discuss some examples and let's compare the dipole moment of certain molecules. This is para-amino-toluene. Here nitrogen is electronegative and it will attract the bonding electron pair towards itself. So the direction of dipole moment in para-amino-toluene will be downward. Here in the case of toluene, there is only phenyl group that will attract the bonding electron pair. So the direction of dipole moment is also downward. While in the para-amino-toluene, the amino group is extra group which will attract the shared electron pair, and this will increase the polarity in a molecule. This is the reason that para-amino-toluene has greater dipole moment than toluene, which is 4.39, and in the case of toluene is 0.43. And para-amino-toluene has greater dipole moment than toluene. Now let's compare the dipole moment of sulfur dioxide and water. Sulfur dioxide has two oxygen atoms bonded with double bond to sulfur atom, and it has two lone pairs. While in the case of water, the bond is between two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom, and oxygen has two lone pairs. The direction of dipole moment in sulfur dioxide will be from sulfur to oxygen because oxygen is more electronegative than sulfur. So it will attract the bonding electron pair towards itself, making sulfur partial positive and oxygen partial negative atom. While in the case of water, the hydrogen will be partial positively charged and oxygen will be partial negatively charged. And the direction of dipole moment will be upward. As oxygen and hydrogen in water have more difference of electronegativity than sulfur and oxygen in sulfur dioxide. So the dipole moment of water will be greater than dipole moment of sulfur dioxide, letting us know that water is more polar than sulfur dioxide. Both the molecules have angular geometry and the dipole moment of sulfur dioxide will be less than that of the water. In the case of sulfur dioxide, it is 1.6 dBi, while in the case of water, it is 1.8 dBi. When there are the lone pairs in a molecule, they will also make the molecule polar. Let's discuss the example of ammonia, where three hydrogen atoms are attached with nitrogen and nitrogen has one lone pair. In the case of lone pairs, the direction of dipole is towards the lone pairs. Three NH bonds are also polar. So ammonia is a polar molecule having a geometry of trigonal pyramidal and a dipole moment of 1.4 dBi. Now let's compare the dipole moment of cis and trans alkenes. In the case of trans alkenes, the dipole moment of this carbon and chlorine bond will be upward, while for this carbon chlorine bond, it will be downward. Both are cancelling the effect of each other. While in the case of cis alkene, two identical or similar atoms are at adjacent position, the direction of dipole will be downward. Both are increasing the dipole moment of cis alkene. The individual dipole moments are increasing the dipole moment of whole molecule. This is the reason trans alkene is non-polar as a whole and the cis alkene is polar, having a dipole moment of 1.09 dBi. There are some other molecules which have individual bonds polar, but the molecule is non-polar as a whole, like carbon dioxide. Carbon and oxygen bonds are polar. Both the oxygen are partially negatively charged and carbon is partially positively charged. The direction of dipole is opposite to each other. One is directed towards right and the other CO dipole moment is directed towards the left, cancelling the effect of each other. So as a whole, carbon dioxide is a non-polar having a dipole moment of 0 dBi. The molecules which do not have a difference of electronegativity are non-polar and they have a dipole moment of 0 dBi, like Cl2, O2, H2, N2. These molecules have bonding between identical atoms with a zero electronegativity difference. So these are non-polar having a dipole moment of 0 dBi. Now let's discuss some more example of the molecules which have polar bonds, but the molecule is on the whole non-polar. For example, BF3. In such a molecule, the geometry of molecule is very essential because it determines the polarity of a molecule as a whole. BF3, the individual BF bonds are polar, but BF3 molecule is non-polar because all the three polar bonds are cancelling the effect of each other, making it non-polar. All have direction from boron to fluorine, and the molecule has trigonal planar symmetrical geometry. All the atoms are in plane. Therefore, the BF3 is a non-polar, having a zero dipole moment. Same is the case with CCl4, carbon tetrachloride. The individual bonds are polar, having a specific direction of dipole moment, but their direction in space is cancelling the effect of individual dipoles, making carbon tetrachloride a non-polar molecule. Its dipole moment is zero and its geometry is tetrahedral. It is a symmetrical molecule. Same is the case with methane. All these three molecules have zero dipole moment because the arrangement of atoms in a space is such that the dipole moment of individual bond is cancelling the effect of each other, making the molecules non-polar as a whole. So this was all about the dipole moment.